Welcome to the TaiyangNews and SNEC-Solar Leadership Conversations. My name is Michael Schmeler. I'm the Managing Director of TaiyangNews, and I'm very glad to have with me today Dany Qian, Global Vice President at JinkoSolar. Hello.
Hello.
Okay, good to have you. So let's talk a little bit about Jinko's pioneering role in TOPCon first. You are really one of the leading companies to really make that transition from PERC to TOPCon. So please share with us briefly why you directly and so early jumped on TOPCon while all the others were still waiting.
Okay. Yeah. Different from others who had parallelly invested on both TOPCon and HJT or else, but eventually opted for TOPCon. JinkoSolar has consistently focused on that technology after seriously evaluating among different technology for mass productions. So because we understand that the bottom line of energy is cost, so no one would like to pay 1 cent more if the power performance is the same. So to decide which technologies will be mainly adopted for, in the end, to be commercialized, we must consider the whole industry chain, their production cost, their upfront investment, their process and equipment maturity, and the yield rate, etc. So the cell efficiency of TOPCon and the cost optimization roadmap are very clear. And what we need to do is to find out which is the most feasible and available to be commercialized and scale up faster. So we focus on that technology because its cell efficiency and the power performance are 2 points that give us confidence.
Okay. So, and if you just share with us a little bit the journey, because I think there were also some technology issues in the beginning. People were not sure, and that was also why others were waiting. If everything is really ready, PERC performed better than most people thought in the beginning, and so that was also probably one reason for the hesitance. So how was your journey? Because you expanded so quick into the multi-gigawatt level.
Yeah, early in 2020, we had internally, we had some discussions whether TOPCon or HJT or other technology options. So finally, we agreed on that the most available and feasible and practical technology could be the TOPCon. So we started a pilot run production of TOPCon products early in 2021, and officially launched it in 2022, and focused on that technology with all new cell production capacities. So we had delivered over 10 gigawatts TOPCon panels last year, accounting for about 25% of total sales. And it is expected to grow to between 50 to 55 gigawatts this year, and representing nearly 60% of our module business. And currently, we have achieved the average efficiency higher than 25% in mass production, and the best R&D efficiency is up to 26.3%. So. Fortunately, or better than our expecting, they're all connected, deployed, and connected projects with TOPCon panels demonstrated at least 5% yield gain, so higher than the 3% theoretical gain value. So we have huge confidence on that technology.
So went everything smoothly? Because I think it's a major disruption to go so quickly from one technology to the other, or was the road also somewhat bumpy? Did you meet some challenges that were unexpected?
Yeah, sure. It's not an easy job, and the journey is hard. And one of the main challenges we had to manage is like to transit one of the major challenges is the transition of the laboratory advanced technology to the production excellence. The production scenarios induce the extra difficulties such as the process repeatability, the high throttle equipment uniformity, the tool maintenance control, such as some process like the diffusion uniformity, the metallization cost and the quality, and the deposition process optimization to ensure both the stability and the production friendliness. And in addition, the fluctuation of polysilicon and the quartz crucibles. So all these practical challenges cause a relatively narrow processing window and affect the average efficiency as well as the cost. So these are some of the major challenges we had to manage. So it's not an easy job.
Okay, but you're set now, so I think you feel confident because you're at the multi-gigawatt level and you're there. So you still operate some PERC production, and so how does it compare, or how long will you continue that? Is the market still asking for PERC, or is everyone just now wanting to have TOPCon? So when will you be at 100% TOPCon?
This year, as I mentioned, this year accounts for 60%. So next year is 80%. Okay. So in 2024, I think it's completely transit towards TOPCon.
Okay. Wow. And are you also looking into other technologies, because you were focusing fully on TOPCon? Others were also looking into heterojunction, and some, I don't know, develop both in parallel. And so are you also looking into other technologies already, or are you just saying, okay, full steam on TOPCon at the moment? And
we are very, very practical, because we understand that currently TOPCon is the best available technologies. So I think it may take another 1 or 2 years that TOPCon will dominate. And according to our roadmap, 27% TOPCon cell efficiency could be achieved by 2025 or early. And after that, we'll go to TOPCon perovskite tandem cell with efficiency of 32% and above. So I think at least for JinkoSolar, the roadmap is very clear. We will focus on that technology.
Okay. So Jinko has shipped more modules than anyone else in Q1. So you're the leader, the biggest company. But it's amazing at the moment how much capacity is being built up and how much will come into the market. So how important is it for you to be volume-wise the number one?
Okay. I think top sales is not our priority or not our goal. And I think the TOPCon demand booming could be the major drive of our Q1 results. So for us in the long run, we have our own expansion rhythms. Instead, we strive to keep our technical leadership, global balanced and sustainable growth, and also increase our vertical integration percentages. Currently, we have, by end of this year, we have 75 gigawatts wafer, 75 gigawatts cell, and 90 gigawatts module. And this year is, as I mentioned, we starting from 2021, all our new wafer and cell capacity goes to TOPCon. So we have our own rhythms. So maybe the top sales of Q1 is by accident. But anyway, it's exciting news for us.
Okay, great. As you said, you're vertically integrated. Recently at a event, we had also one of your colleagues talking about storage products from Jinko. We had also recently another colleague talking about your BIPV product. So how will the company develop? Are you seeing Jinko as a full solution provider at some point, or do you say we have we do a little bit of batteries, but we stay mostly a module provider? So how do you would like to position Jinko in the future?
Because we think that the solar has three major shortages or disadvantages. First is cost. Second is land. They need to occupy land, so they have the constraints of land. The third is intermittency. So these are the major shortage or disadvantage of solar. To make solar a perfect energy, we must, and instead of we are a one-stop solution provider, we position ourselves as the perfect energy provider.
Okay.
So that's why we goes to BIPV, particularly like the BIPV rooftop, BIPV facade, to fully utilize the surface of the buildings, because you know that the solar is the solely so uniquely that is distributed. That's what if every buildings can be energy independent, that's in the large extent we solve the problems. So that's why we think BIPV will be the trend. The third is the energy, and the JinkoSolar is we do not produce currently we do not produce the cell or battery, but we have our own R&D capability, like the liquid cooling systems. This is very essential for the storage system, because safety, from my understanding, that safety is much more important than the efficiency or than the circle times, blah blah blah. So I think safety is very important, particularly for the larger scale storage and C&I storages.
Okay. So let's maybe talk a little bit also about markets. So unfortunately, the world is at the moment somewhat defragmenting. So we're seeing also more countries that or as part of that development. I think a lot of countries, for energy security reasons, want to have their own module manufacturing, or anyway, solar national industries. Are you looking also going beyond, further beyond what you're doing? You have been expanding already. You were very early on beyond China. You are in the US actually. Is Europe maybe also an option for you, or other geographies in terms of manufacturing?
From the very beginning, shifting from global sales towards global R&D, global production, and global investment is our long-term strategies. So because we know that the supply localized service will be the trend, and it will accelerate. We change the world energy landscape. That's why more and more countries, they require for the local content, and it's a natural thing. So we have established our complete vertical integrated supply chain outside China, and we have 3 factories. 20% of the total capacity is our overseas production capacities. So in the future, we will continue to this growth, to this path that increase our globalization and increase our globalization footprint, globalization presence by increase our overseas investment.
Okay. So at also a recent TaiyangNews event on sustainability and solar, Jinko presented about your sustainability efforts. So from the first RE100 factory to recycling. So why do you think solar needs to work on improving sustainability, and how do you see Jinko in this field?
I think that's an environment and the climate responsible product must be produced and ended in the same responsible way. We cannot reduce 1 kilogram carbon dioxide by creating another half kilogram. So to be 100% responsible manufacturer is what we position ourselves. I know it's not an easy job, especially for companies that like JinkoSolar. We almost doubles our capacity every year. It's a huge challenge. But now we have 3 factories already achieved RE100. That means 100% powered by the renewables. And our overall, the RE percentage is 55% by end of last year. So it's the highest in the industries. So we think it's a hard but the right thing.
Okay, I think that's nice final words.